Just boring.
For the ones that are used to the telephone and the computer and the...
She's one of those people who's like, why do you always in your phone? ¿Por qué the children always in the TV? ¿Por qué it's always... And then what, 3 days ago, she was like, I'm going to miss my novela. I have to see my novela.
Sliding in the city with my day ones. I'm just sliding in the city with my day ones. I'm just sliding in the city with my day ones. I'm just sliding in the city with my day ones.
Mi muchacho.
Okay. Well, this one says, I want to become a better person. That's good.
Very good. It's
I thought you were pointing at me.
No.
I was like, what the f*** did I do?
It's así, lo que pasa es que tengo el dedo abajo. No puedo hacer así.
No, your thumb is so bent. I thought you were pointing at me.
No, espérate, vamos a ponerlo así.
Yo, put that shit up to the camera. Put that shit to the camera. Yo, her shit is so bent. I thought she was pointing to me when she did a thumbs up. Yo, put yours up to mine. Yo, what the f***? It's like a wave. You're about to surf on that bitch. Oh. Oh man, well at least you can do a thumbs up. I can't even do it. Oh! This is more surfing.
Ay, Dios mío.
Alright, I don't really know. Let me make sure this is recording because if not, I'm gonna punch a fucking wall. Oh, wait. Alright, I don't really know where to begin this, but ever since puberty, I have been treated as an outsider. I'm sorry to hear that. I bet that shit sucks. I can't imagine what that's like.
Why he feel like an outsider? Being treated
I
like
don't
an
know.
outsider?
Kids are assholes, so that's probably why. I think this damaged me more emotionally than I would really like to admit. I haven't set foot in the city of my high school for 5 years, and I still hold grudges against all the people that did me wrong. Just a little bit of a side note, I understand the grudges, why you would want to hold them, but it's doing nothing for you to hold on to this anger that you have towards other people, because this is not my quote. I heard it somewhere else, and it's pretty famous. I'm kind of butchering it, but I'm pretty sure it's like, holding a grudge is like poisoning yourself and wanting it to hurt the other person. So I understand, but I don't. Like, I sympathize, but I can't empathize what it's like to have people who like bullied you or hated you. I don't really know your situation, but just for your sake, letting go of that for yourself, I don't know how. I'm not going to say like I do. I'm not a therapist, but it's something that you definitely need to do for yourself to make yourself feel better. While I used to be a normal girl with 50% female, 50% male friends, I now have completely lost the inability to befriend women or keep them as my friends.
It's a girl.
Yeah, she's a girl. She's having trouble keeping girlfriends. Problem is that I am terribly judgmental. That's your answer right there. I don't like loud girls. Girls prettier than me are probably mean. I don't like fat girls since they probably don't care for themselves really well. I don't like girls who dress in jeans and sneakers as they will never understand my style. I dress in 1940s vintage. Don't get me wrong, I'm not rude to them, but contacts don't go deeper than necessary. Okay.
The one that is off is her,
Is
not
you.
the friends.
A little bit.
It's you, not the friends.
But there's two sides to this sword.
2019 and she's in the 40s? Dressed 1940?
She's in a... What's that? A
It's
Model
like
T?
when-
She's in a Model T Ford. Like, look at all these people driving Teslas.
Oye, because I was 5 years old. I'm 84 now, my dear. And I was 5 years old when the clothes was so much different than
Yeah,
now.
but it's fine to have your own style. She can have her own style.
How can you be style if she's in 1940s?
She dresses, that's her style, 1940s.
But that is so bad. So horrible.
Yeah, okay, but just because you think it's horrible, she may like it.
This when I was 5 years old. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I was born in 1935, and she's dressed as when I was 5 years old.
When dinosaurs
She's the one that is off.
the earth.
Don't complain about your friends, my dear, because you're the one that don't want anybody that is prettier than you. No one that do this, that do that,
But wait.
At that time, we didn't have jeans or sneakers. That's when I was growing.
Yeah, they used to wear
We
rocks.
had jeans and sneakers. The jeans, the farmers are the one that use the jeans.
Yeah, she used to have
At that time.
She had to use rocks as shoes. Why did you agree with that?
I don't know what you're saying.
I said you had to used to wear rocks as shoes.
No, now they're rocks, but they wear some shoes that were heavy. To go to party, we had the Shirley Temple shoes. That's what we wear when I was little.
Shirley Temple shoes.
Oh, they were very cute. Like, they had the little thing.
Oh, the little thing.
Like when you tap those shoes like tap dancers.
You wore tap dancing shoes?
No, but that more or less that style.
I'm
That
wearing a
wear
tap
the
dancing shoe.
Shirley Temple.
I got a tap dancing shoe on my fucking hand.
Yeah,
But you have to understand that.
don't like fat girls.
Okay, but wait, stop. You're drilling into this woman.
Ay.
Listen, she's probably like this because other people have treated her like shit. So her defense mechanism is to put... Now, the problem is being judgmental is good and bad. Because you have to be judgmental because, like it or not, you are judged on your actions. Period. Okay? So, whatever you do, people have the right to judge you. Now, if they don't know your story or why you're doing what you're doing, they don't have the right to judge you completely. But the problem with this girl is she's probably saying, like, I don't like loud girls because maybe she was unpopular when she was younger and the girls who were popular were louder and they used to fuck with her. So she feels bad. Or girls prettier than me are probably mean. Maybe she was ugly when she was growing up, or she felt like she was ugly and people used to bully her, or she used to get bullied by pretty, loud, popular girls. So now her defense mechanism is fuck pretty girls. They're probably mean. Fuck loud girls. They're probably mean. It usually stems
go
from
to
her.
a therapist.
Yeah, that might be the end all case. But you know what I mean? Like, you can't just say automatically, she may be being too judgmental, yes. You have the right to be judgmental, yes.
Yeah, but not against everything.
But she may be taking it too far because of past trauma. You know what I mean? So you don't know that. So you can't judge her either. Because you can judge her slightly to tell you, like, yo, you're f***ing up. But at the same time, I can't judge you completely because I don't know why you hold that rationale. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
High five. Another weird fad is that I'm terribly submissive to men in relationships. Not to the point that it causes problems, but I can express what I want or not, but to the point that my biggest dream is to be a stay-at-home mother to a legion of children. And yes, I have a university degree that would earn good money.
Tell her to move to Pennsylvania.
What the f*** is
Live over there
Pennsylvania?
with those people.
The Mormons?
Yes.
No. Move.
No Mormon, the other religion.
The only thing I know who have a bunch of children is Mormons.
The one in Pennsylvania, what's the name?
Bro, I don't know.
They are in the carriage.
The Amish?
Amish. The Amish.
The Amish? We're the Amish. We're armed and we're Amish.
No, that's where she belongs. 1940, all those things that she mentioned, plus go there to Pennsylvania.
Yo, wait, yeah.
The Amish.
She's kind of Amish. But wait, her question is she wants to be a better person, okay? So let's give her the benefit of the doubt that she realizes that she's being judgmental, okay?
So then get rid of all those things that you put. Try to be a better person by accepting all those things.
No, because you don't have to accept all
Why
of them.
not? But why do you have to be mean to fat people?
She's
to
not.
people,
Stop.
to
No,
this?
no, 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 no.
She don't like it. If she don't like it, she show it.
No,
Don't worry.
No. Don't get me wrong. I am not rude to them.
But she will show it
internally. No, there's
My dear,
there's
when you don't
literally
like
people.
something-
There's literally people I despise that I meet throughout my day-to-day life, and they wouldn't know it. Actually, that's a lie.
That's what you think.
No, they
People.
That's a lie.
face.
I lied because for me, if I don't like you, I'm not going to be the person to pretend that I like you. So that's not true. If I don't like someone, they probably know it. I'm not going to be overtly like, yo, f you, I don't like you, but that was a lie. She says, I want to be kinder to women and in general. I want to be motivated for a job, but I just can't. Okay, so she wants to be nicer. She wants to be nicer to women. Okay, so what I'm thinking here, I'm shooting for the park, but what I assume is you felt like you weren't that cute when you were younger, you didn't have a lot of friends, and what it seems like is, this is a fucking assuming, but I don't have much to go on, is you were probably bullied by these type of girls, or you felt left out. And now that resentment and hatred you have and these grudges you're still holding is coming out now with you you're projecting all this shit on the people that you don't know. So at the end of the day, you need to really internalize and realize like, yo, I'm fucking up because I have this seed of hate that's still in me from younger. And if you feel like you're a strong enough person to work on it yourself, then good. But if not, you need a therapist, because clearly all of these things that were fucking with you when you were younger or bothering you when you're younger are shooting out now like pretty girls,
It's
fat
like
girls,
movie.
these girls, these did it.
Like that movie that they bothered this girl. What was the name? It's very famous. Oh, Carrie. That was the name of the movie.
What is that
Carrie.
from? 1901?
No, before that.
Before 1901?
No. I thought
Holy
you said
shit.
2001. I thought you said 2001.
Filming it with
Carrie.
a potato?
Carrie.
But yeah, I mean, I understand why people can be judgmental, because like for me, like I'm judgmental because I look for good quality friends because I'm a good quality friend. That's why I feel like when I say like you can be judgmental as a two-sided sword, you can't just be all in judgmental. Like this person looks like this and does this, fuck them. Like you kind of have to.
Yeah.
You can be judgmental, but the only way to be judgmental, but also where you're covering your bases is, okay, you're doing this thing, like for example, let's use something like left field. I would not be friends with a drug addict, okay period. Like if someone has a heroin addiction, I don't want to be friends with them.
No.
Not because they're a bad person, not because I hate you, not because you're a piece of shit. Those are harsh snap judgments that you can't make. For me, I don't want to be friends with a heroin addict just because I don't want that drama in my life. I feel like it's just not something I want to be friends with, But I can't say you're bad because you do heroin. Wonder if it's this guy or this girl, wonder if when they were 13, their uncle injected them with heroin. And then they got kicked out when they were 15. And then they went to a foster care system. And then they got arrested for heroin
Yeah,
use.
you always have
You know?
to check on the background.
Exactly. So you can't judge people unless you really know. But now say it was a good kid, he went to high school, he went to college, got a f***ing thing, decided to do cocaine, then fell into heroin, then started stealing from his mom, and now he's a heroin addict. F*** that kid. I don't want to be friends with you. Sucks to be a heroin addict, stop being a loser. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference. So being judgmental isn't necessarily bad unless you're snap judging. Judgment is good because you need to be held accountable for your actions, but you also need to understand the reason behind those actions. But I think for this girl, at the end of the day, either you need to like Zen, Buddha, or see a therapist, because you're angry as
I'm so happy that I never had any confrontations like that. I was always popular in school, at work. I always had it easy that way, you know? And I never belittle anyone. I always tried to help.
Yeah.
And every time somebody came new, I made friends so that way involved with our group.
Oh, you're so nice.
No, I was nice, yes. It's not good to say it yourself, but I was nice.
Yeah, except,
and I think I still are.
Yeah, except that you
But
broke...
you can judge me. You can say if I am not.
No, you broke my hand. She took her thumb and she pressed it so hard against my hand that the shit broke my hand.
That it twists. I push it so hard that it twists.
But what about also she says she wants to be a mother and do nothing even though she went to university. She just wants to be a mom. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you want to be a mom, you can do that.
Why not?
So I think that's a question you need to reserve for yourself. If you want to have literally 8 kids and just be a stay-at-home mom, literally zero wrong with that. That's your decision.
We are 8 and my sisters and brother.
Yeah. It's I used to be judgmental like that. What really changed me was being forced into an environment that made me necessary to be friendly to people I had already determined without knowing them I didn't like. Turns out they were really great people who simply viewed the world from different perspectives and I was too close-minded to consider. Since then, I have learned to overcome my own judgments of them and simply give them a chance despite being reluctant initially. You should try it. I think it might help you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good advice too.
That one is good.
Just let people just see. People suck first and foremost. More people suck than don't suck. So, but at the end of the day, some people don't suck. So you have to give some a chance.
Go with the Amish. So you can have a whole bunch of kids dressed 1940 and everybody's gonna be happy. That's gonna be your perfect place. You know that?
The Amish?
Yes. And they are very good people, so you cannot complain against them.
Just boring.
For the ones that are used to the telephone and the computer and the...
She's one of those people who's like, why do you always in your phone? ¿Por qué the children always in the TV? ¿Por qué it's always... And then what, 3 days ago, she was like, I'm going to miss my novela. I have to see my novela. Oh.
No,
So
but my
shut
novela
up.
is different because that is a show.
Please tell me why your novela is different than my phone.
Because I'm 84 and I cannot be doing too many things, okay? I cannot work in so many things that...
But anyway, the camera died. Just like let go of that pain from your childhood. Try to move on.
Yes.
Give people a little bit more of a chance before you start judging them. If you can't do those things yourself, go to a therapist. If you don't want to have a job and have kids, that's your own prerogative. You can do whatever you want. But just let go of the hatred and let the love shine in. What do you think, right? Oh, what was the last thing?
To go to the Amish.
To be Amish? Yeah.
The Amish over there, you have... But that was grabado, no?
Yeah, but we're closing it up.
Yes, go to the Amish. Everything there is perfect. Vegetarian. Vegan. They don't wear sneakers. They don't wear
They use rocks as
jeans.
shoes, right?
No. No, I have Shirley Temple shoes.
Oh my god. Oh, this
Find
Shirley
out.
Temple bullshit.
Look at the computer. Everything you look at the computer, check which one are the Shirley Temple shoes and you see how cute.
You're a Shirley Temple shoe. Say bye.
Love you.